Hello GrunEules, Dee Dee here. This is my second take on filming this unboxing. This is Shadowscapes. These are just the cards in the booklet, not a book or deck set. It was so sunny, it was washed out. I think we're gonna be okay. We'll see if we're washed out still, and if we are, then we'll film it again. So this does not have any cello on it because I took it off. So this deck, I decided to get this after becoming a fan of the artist's work, Stephanie Law's work. I became a fan of her work in the geeky Mage the Awakening Tarot. She was one of 5 or 6 artists that worked on that project, and I became a fan of her work and decided to follow her into Shadowscapes. So, this is the book. It's a booklet. It's got a sentence and a keyword. Alright, so this deck follows Rider-Waite-Smith in its structure. Whether the images follow the structure is yet to be seen. The backs are beautiful. Beautiful backs. And the front has this kind of brushed chrome effect, so it's shiny but not super reflective. There, maybe that's a little better. So you can see it's got a reflect but not super reflective. These are pretty thin cards, and I'm not going to shuffle them until I edge them. I'm going to edge them in a silver Sharpie, I'm pretty sure. I've seen some people edge them in purple, and I don't see that for me and what I'm into. So I'm gonna actually this is a print on demand deck now, and I'm gonna compare the card stock to it. This is a slightly thicker card stock. To give you reference, this is a Llewellyn deck. The cardstock is very bendy. So this deck is conceptualized by Stephanie Law and Barbara Moore, and it is very pretty. It is kind of a dreamy, fantasy approach. Alright, now we have the Fool, the Magician, High Priestess, Empress, Emperor. He looks like he knows what's going on. Hierophant is a tree folk. The Lovers. Chariot. Strength card. See what I mean about the dreaminess of it? For me, this is very fantasy dreamlike. The Hermit. We've got the Lantern. This is the Wheel. Wheel of Fortune. Very, very pretty. Justice. We've got the Feather. We've got the Scales. The scales are kind of hard to see. There you go. The Hanged Man. This is a beautiful approach. Just hanging out. Death. Temperance. Diable, the devil. Oh, the Tower. Star. Moon. There's a lot of detail in these cards. I don't think it's all symbolic, but very beautiful to look at. Oh, see all the birds? Judgment. So, in a field of poppies, and the people are turning into blue butterflies as they're being judged. That's kind of really pretty. The World. Very pretty card. Very pretty cards. Love the art. Stephanie Law. Ace of Wands. So, I love how my geeky side crossed over here, and I found this artist and have become a broader fan of her artwork and her fantasy style. It's really pretty. For the Five of Wands. Defend yourself and your cublets. 8. Here's the page. There's the knight on his mount. Queen. There's the king. Ace of Cups there. And you've got some water spirits sitting on the edge. Two of Cups. Very friendly little. 4. Five of Cups. Okay, we've got tons of fish and a make-believe tea party going on here. Seven of Cups. 8. There's 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. We've got Page, Knight, King, we go into the Ace of Swords, Very pretty. Two swords. 3 swords. Ugh. So it looks like behind the first one is the second one, but you can't really see it. You only see this one being pierced once. So they died together. I think that's what I see. I'm not sure. I'll have to read. Is it 1 or 2 swans? 4 of swords. See the swords overhead and 1 clutched. 5 of swords. Doo-doo-doo. 6, 7. Here's the 8. And amongst the swords is a bramble vine, and it is ensnared or trapped or barriered. And then you go to 9 of swords. I don't know if I see anxiousness or nightmare in this. Interesting though. Still beautiful. 10 of swords. Very cool. Page. Bird mount for the Knight of Swords. Here's the Queen of Swords. And here's the King of Swords. On top of his sword, he has an owl at rest, perched. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. The green in this pentacle suit is like one of the greens that just calls to me and just draws me in whenever I see it in art or imagery or movies or cartoons. It's just fantastic. So that's the Ace of Pence. 2 of Pentacles balancing. Three of Pentacles. And for the miserly 4 of Pentacles, we have a dragon sitting on top of his hoard. And we have this 5 of Pentacles outside. It's kind of literal. Outside on a bench below a stained glass window. And we have dispensing pentacles, 6 of pence. Oops. 7 of pentacles. Eight of pentacles. Spider. That arachnid looks a little mean. 9 of pence. And we have the 10. I don't necessarily see. I guess she is holding the dragon's egg. Is that how you get the generations? in this. There's a story in that. Then we got Page of Pence. Knight of Pentacles is mounted on a dragoon. Queen of Pentacles, looking all queenly. And the King of Pentacles. Literally, he's emerging from the trunk of the tree and supporting it. On his hand is an acorn, I think. Acorn for prosperity. And the tree has a few seasons going on. And we have a baby dragon down below. So that is the King of Pentacles. That is the full walkthrough on the Shadowscape. So, be happy, be healthy, learn something new every day. And just to reiterate, if you did not know, this is something you can learn from this video, as that this tarot deck that's part of a tabletop game, available print on demand, is partially by the same artist. Stephanie Law is one of the collaborators on this deck, and I've tried to figure out, I didn't research it for hours, but I researched it for 10 minutes trying to figure out which of these cards were hers, and there are so many that could fall into this. Like this Knight of Cups gives me a similar sense of dreaminess. This Ten of Cups, it gives me a sense of this dreaminess as well. Let's see. I'd be interested to know. Here's another that gives me that sense of dreaminess. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. Be happy, be healthy, learn something new every day. This is my walkthrough of the flip through of the Shadowscape Tarot. And the book I have on the app. And so I'm gonna leave that way. Unless there's an inexpensive Kindle version I might upgrade or add as well. This is Dee Dee signing off for now. Ciao!